What's going on, everyone? So, Los Angeles Lakers are dealing with their struggles this season, without a doubt, right? They're still the ninth seed. They have an incredible uphill battle to climb, and that's just putting it nicely. The Lakers currently are the ninth seed, and they are 2 games out of the eighth seed and the Dallas Mavericks. They are 3 games back of the Sacramento Kings and Phoenix Suns for the 6th and 7th seed. I don't personally see them catching the Pelicans. They're definitely not catching the Clippers, but Pelicans would be tough to get that 5th seed because the Lakers only have 15 games left and they're basically 4.5 games back of the Pelicans. Tough position to be in. But the big issue is they, with all of the concerns and problems of just consistency on the basketball court, like how serious is this team about winning? Now you're starting to see some distractions. And it is a bit concerning as far as those distractions go, right? D'Angelo Russell, we saw the Dave McMillan article where D'Lo talked about the issues he had with Darvin Ham last season, which I've said this before. Like, this isn't really like new information. He talked about this on the Pat Beverly podcast. Like, he didn't like specifically call out Darvin Ham, but he talked about how like there were times where he didn't know what his role was. It was like, you want me to play on ball? Okay, I'll play on ball. You want me to play off ball? Fine. Right? You want me to shoot more? Okay, I'll shoot 42% from three, right? Like, and he's having an incredible season for the Lakers. I mean, he's having the best season of his career. And that's one of the things that is so frustrating. You have LeBron James and Anthony Davis playing some of the most efficient basketball they have played in years. And then D'Angelo Russell literally having the best season of his career, and the Lakers are still the ninth seed and having the struggles. Incredibly frustrating. But, with D'Lo and that article per Dave McMillan coming out, it's really shined a light in a negative light and kind of caused, at least the stir from the media and fan standpoint. What does that look like in the locker room? And is it a concern that is going to distract and potentially jeopardize even more the Lakers? Right now, in that same article, it talked about how D'Lo and Darvin Ham's relationship is better, right? That they've basically worked through their struggles. D'Angelo Russell, for those that don't know, to kind of summarize, he talked about how he didn't really know where he fit. There was no real communication with him and Darvin Ham because of Darvin Ham's relationship with Dennis Schroder. One of the big things with Ham is he really does have like this favoritism, and it's like if you're not part of the cool kids club, then you're basically on the outside looking in. And that was kind of a big problem where this season he's had the communication, he's basically had the green light and the and the trust from LeBron James and Anthony Davis, which then Darvin Ham kind of has to follow in line. And it's just another thing that kind of highlights the issues with Darvin Ham and why the Lakers need to fire him and move on, right? Like, again, you're not going to do it this season. You only have 15 games left. So at this point, it's a moot point. But you could and you should see him be elsewhere next season, right? And my thing is, okay, the article came out. It is what it is. It's done. But you knew Dennis Schroder was going to respond, right? And Dennis Schroder, of course, responded. And Dennis Schroder basically highlighted that, like, hey, like, this guy is talking about me. This guy has my name in his mouth, right? Like, get my name out your mouth type thing. And it's like, again, it's another thing that just gets shined on and really kind of just highlighted. And it's like, we don't need these distractions, right? We don't need these issues. But what Dennis Schroder said, to be exact, is I don't know. Schroder left when asked about Russell's recent comments. I showed that to my wife because I didn't even see it until one of my coaches in Germany sent it to me. I mean, I don't understand it. But at the end of the day, it just shows off immaturity. You're not really mature if you're just keeping somebody's name in his mouth and just running it. I don't understand. So, again, this whole situation is just very oddly timed. Why is this coming out now? right when the Lakers are trying to make a positive push and get back and climb back into the standings. It's just, again, it's these other distractions that like the Lakers just don't need. Right? The Lakers already have enough concerns and problems and issues that it's just like, this is the last thing that the Lakers need to deal with is now this beef and this back and forth and this drama with Dennis Schroder and D'Angelo Russell. My hope is D'Lo kind of just leaves it alone now, right? Because right, the Lakers play the Warriors. At the end of the Warriors game, the media is going to try to get something out of D'Angelo Russell because the media loves this stuff. The media wants the drama. They want the noise. They want the back and forth. They want D'Lo to tell Dennis Schroder, like, meet me in the ring, catch me outside. How about that? That's what the media is hoping for. I'm hoping that D'Angelo Russell, hey, what's said is said, what's done is done. Move on. I'm hoping D'Lo kind of just says like, hey, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm done. Well, I said what I said in the article. He said what he said. We have our differences, whatever. We have our opinions. I'm over it. Keep it simple. Keep it short. Move on. Don't give the media anything because we just don't need this to be another distraction. The whole world knows Darvin Ham isn't it. The whole world knows that Darvin Ham needs to be fired in the offseason, that the Lakers need to look elsewhere coaching-wise, that, look, I'm all for and in many ways hope D'Angelo Russell sticks around next year. I think he's been great for the Lakers this year. His ability to play on ball and off ball, and just his versatility, period, is huge. Right? Him shooting nearly 42% from three this season. He's a guy that works alongside LeBron James and Anthony Davis. He could be a third guy. He could be your fourth guy. Right? Like, I would love if the Lakers could find a way to keep D'Angelo Russell next season and then kind of retool this roster, get a new head coach, and be off to the races. Because, look, Darvin Ham, he just doesn't have it. He just doesn't understand the X's and O's. Doesn't understand the ins and outs. Doesn't understand, rotational structure. He doesn't understand how to put players in proper positions. He doesn't know what a timeout is, right? Like the things that are important as a head coach, right? Like there are some things that I look at and I go, okay, like I think that does have value, right? Like I do think, being able to speak and kind of navigate the media and, always hyping teams up and the positivity. So like, I think those things are good. I do like the way that he puts trust in his players. Like I know a lot of people make fun of Darvin Ham for, like the videos where LeBron's drawing up a play or D'Lo is drawing up a play. I actually appreciate that stuff. I actually think that that's very important, right? It shows that Darvin Ham has this trust in his players. He does listen to his players, right? Like, and those are the kind of things that are important. But you have to be in his inner circle, right? You have to be one of the cool kids. If you're not, then guess what? You're on the outside looking in. And that's a problem. But it's just, look, Darvin Ham as an assistant, I think would be great, right? Again, I do think that there are some good qualities and some real qualities in Darvin Ham. He's a player. He understands players. He understands that he's a player coach in many ways. Players love him, or they have until he became a head coach. But I just think either A, you need to get a real head coach, or you need to get a real head coach that can be the assistant, and then they can kind of run. Like Darvin Ham is essentially just the face, right? Darvin Ham is just the guy that is that's listening to the head coach and speaking to the media and things like that. But look, we have a big uphill battle to climb. We can't deal with any noise, any distractions. Your leaders, LeBron James and Anthony Davis, your veterans, they really need to make sure that they're like, hey, come on, tune this stuff out. D'Lo, I'm with you. I understand your frustrations, but like, no more. No more talking to the media. No more any of that noise. We don't need the headaches. We don't need the distractions. We already have an uphill battle to climb. We got to get through it. Let's focus, lock down, and let's go make this push. That's my hope. That's what I'm hoping the Lakers do. Hoping we can kind of move past this noise. It's done is done. And go make the playoffs and try to push for a championship, right? Is a championship likely? Probably not. But I think the Lakers do have a puncher's chance. I do think the Lakers match up well against most teams not named Sacramento and Denver, and it wouldn't shock me. But I'm going to keep the hope alive. I'm going to be excited and see where this goes. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What did you make of the comments? What did you make of Dennis Schroder responding? What do you think? Do you think that the Lakers should just, hey, brush this over, be done, move on, that type of thing? Again, whatever your thoughts are, let me know down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. If you enjoyed these types of videos, truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.